Hello and welcome to my tarot channel. Today's video is where will you be in 10 years, and we have 4 piles with charms, and you will pick one of the piles. 1 through 4 are the piles, starting over here. So this is pile 1 and it has a little bear claw charm. This is pile 2 with the little tree of life like charm. This is pile 3 with the rainbow, and pile 4 with the apple. So take your time to choose your pile. Piles 1 through 4, where will you be in 10 years? So use your intuition to choose your pile, and you can go by the cards or by the charm, whichever is speaking to you. If you need to, you can pause the video. But we're going to start the reading now. So pile 1, 2, 3, or 4, going this way. 1, 2, 3, or 4. And I'm going to start with pile 1. Where will you be in 10 years? So no place like home. So the first thing I thought of is maybe in your own home, or buying a new home perhaps, or at peace with yourself and feeling more at home in your skin possibly, or in a home, or just either in your own home, still feeling at home, feeling like you're in, being comfortable in your own skin type of feeling. You got the 4 of Swords, recuperation, the Hierophant, knowledge. So you'll be more wise, and you'll be more grown and have more growth through the years, and you'll have that time to rest too, and you'll feel more comfortable and feel like you're at home with yourself perhaps, and feel more at home in your own skin. And you may even end up being in a new home, or having purchased a home, or maybe have your house paid off. But you'll have gone through a lot of growth in the next 10 years. You'll have the time to recuperate, and you'll be wiser than you are now. So feeling like you're at home in your own skin and being at home with yourself type of feeling is what I'm getting from this pile, is where you will be in 10 years. And that is your reading for pile number 1, and that is how you will feel and where you will be in 10 years. So it's a fairly straightforward reading. So for pile number 2, we're moving on to pile number 2 now. Where will you be in 10 years? So more at peace. So you'll be at peace in 10 years, more at peace than you are now. You have boundaries, the 6 of Swords, the 8 of Cups, doorways. So maybe walking away from something and new beginnings. So within the next 10 years, perhaps there is an issue with boundaries now, but within the next 10 years, you'll be walking away from that, and you'll be in a more peaceful place. That will be the new beginning for you. So like in 10 years, when 10 years are up, you'll be at a place of peace, at peace with yourself, maybe at peace with others. The boundaries won't be as much of an issue then. There'll be a walking away from that which doesn't serve you, and the new place that you'll be in is one of more peace with the world, peace with yourself, and peace with others. So that will be like the new beginning for you, and that is the place that you will be in 10 years. And that is your reading for pile number 2, and that is the place that you'll be in, one of more peace within the next 10 years. So that is your reading, and that is where you will be in the next 10 years. Alright, so for pile number 3, and you got the little rainbow charm, you picked this pile. A deep knowing, so definitely wiser, like a wise old owl is what I'm thinking. A great intuition and much more wisdom, a much wiser place, a much wiser person in 10 years than you are now, perhaps. And you got the 7 of Pentacles with faith, the 2 of Wands, unity, and the Star, wishes. So hopes being fulfilled, a feeling of coming together with others, being wiser in doing so. Maybe a more faithful person, a spiritual person, a wiser person, a great understanding and wisdom that you have that you can share with others, and wishes and hopes and being fulfilled, wishes and hopes being fulfilled possibly through faith, a strong faith and a strong wisdom that you have that you can share with others, a unity and a coming together. That is the type of place that you will be in 10 years. If you're not there now, that is where you're heading. That is the path that you are on. One of spirituality, one of being united with others, one of your wishes being granted and fulfilled, one of having great knowledge and wisdom and being like a wise old owl type of person. That is the path that you are on, and that is where you will be within the next 10 years. That is your reading, and also the wishes being fulfilled too is a great one, and having hope. So you'll be in a hopeful, faithful, spiritual, united type of place, and you'll be a person of much greater wisdom after these next 10 years, or at the end of these next 10 years. That is where you will be in 10 years, a much wiser, grown person. All right. So now we will move on to pile number 4. And so you got the little apple, and for where you will be in 10 years. Exchanging gifts. So this kind of reminds me of karma a bit. Putting out, giving and receiving, and putting out, getting back what you put out. So that would be an important thing to remember. Maybe you're just feeling a little less strong, a little less motivated, and perhaps a bit apathetic. Maybe you're just a more apathetic person, I would say, and a less motivated person in 10 years. So what you want to do is make sure you're not wearing yourself out now. Make sure that it's an even exchange, that there's an even exchange going on now, so that you can be in a better place in 10 years and you're not as worn out and quite as apathetic about things. You know, you get back the kindness you give out, so make sure you're trying to be polite, trying to be kind. Those who aren't that way back to you, remove yourself from those types of people. So that definitely won't wear you out. You know, be yourself. It's just as we get older, sometimes, and sometimes even too when we get more comfortable in our skin, we can just be like, let it all hang out type of thing, just kind of apathetic, a little less motivated perhaps. You know, you're 10 years older maybe. I don't know how old you are now, but that might just be the feeling that you're having. Maybe you just don't feel as courageous and outgoing as you used to be. You get what you give out, so try to, you know, give out good and receive good in return. You get back what you give out, so just remember that, and keep yourself away from, you know, petty people or really unkind people. That way you won't have that feeling of apathy quite as much. There just seems to be a lack of motivation perhaps, and you know, you're an older, much older person than 10 years from now. I don't know how old you are now watching that, but you maybe just feel older than you are type of thing. You know, it's all in your mind. If you feel young, then you'll be young. You might just need to work on your motivation in 10 years. And getting motivated and not being as apathetic, I would say, about things, and make sure you're around the cheerful, kind, polite type of people that are maybe more like go-getter type people. That way that will help keep you more you know, motivated, more uplifted, I would say. But in general, you're just in a place of like it's just kind of thing in 10 years. So I don't know what type of place you're in now, but it's just a bit of lack of motivation, I would say. Maybe start working on those things now, and like I said, make sure you're putting out what you want to get back. That way in 10 years you can be in a better place. Just growing older, I would say. In 10 years maybe you're just aware or something, but I don't see any like massive change or anything, just a lack of motivation, I would say. Maybe not as outgoing. Maybe just make sure you're being outgoing now, putting out that positive energy. Continue to try to do that, and you know, make sure you have boundaries with people that are more negative perhaps, and then maybe that'll work out more for you too in 10 years, and you won't feel as much of the lack of motivation. And if you are feeling that, make sure you find yourself a couple people that are like positive, outgoing type of people, so you can have them run you. Then you won't maybe feel that lack of motivation as much later on. Make sure you're doing healthy things and practicing your coping skills is what I would say, and putting out good karma, and you'll get good karma in return. There just seems to be a lack of motivation and a little bit of apathy in 10 years. So it could just be anything. It could depend on your age or whatever's going on in your life in the time, but that is where you will be in 10 years. And that is the end of the reading. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Thank you.